Evelyn, it has to stop. For 24 years, you've stolen my daughters from me. For 24 years, you have stolen me from my daughters. That's a debt that can't be recovered. For 13 years, you've stolen my grandchildren from me. Now, I got an interruption on that when Emerson Sy came into my life. I don't know what you've created in those girls, but it's wrong. Your behavior towards me went way, way, way beyond the day that you decided to have a little bit of domestic violence and have a go at me. Do you remember 1978, after my dad died, at the house that afternoon? As I walked out the door, you said to Jay, I can't take this. I'm getting a divorce. You looked up and saw me there. You wondered, I wonder if he heard me. Absolutely, I did. You have any doubts, ask Jay. Every one of my kids are the most precious thing to me. And you've stolen them from me. And now you've stolen my grandkids from me. And last May, when I was really sick, I didn't know if I was going to make it, candidly. I put together a rough out of a book called Muddy for Emers. Because Emers and I were that close. Emers has had his grandpa, his papa, stolen from him. So has Sy. What kind of conscience do you have as a grandmother to be so possessive that you find this a gleeful moment to do these things? April 8, 1999, you had a go at me. I left. I had a brand new business given to me by a government agency because of my talents. 3 to 5 years, our daughters could have gone wherever they wanted in the world and pursued their passion on their dime because I'd have had them in the business, and then they could have gone off and done what they wanted. Shame on you. That day, I was doing taxes. Also that day, I was working on my final thesis because I was graduating that May after a 20-year hiatus because I had to drop out of CSUN on Saturday when they notified me my dad had a heart attack and I didn't go back. Shame on you. I didn't do that for me. I did that for my daughters to show them that everything you persist on till you get it. I never missed an event for any of my 3 daughters. Tell me one. Tell me one. That's because I wanted to make sure that they knew that I participated in their lives. You stole that from them. From the age of Gina being 18, my God, she graduates and you're all vile and ugly. You had to go around with my mom and Thanksgiving because she said, honey, it's Thanksgiving. That's when you in a flurry got out of the house in anger and went over to my mom's for Thanksgiving and left me there telling the girls I'm angry. That was your disguise. I'm not the angry one. You are. And what you've done is shown your anger for 24 years. My firstborn daughter graduates from college. I'm excluded. My firstborn daughter is married. I'm excluded. You even had that crazy woman I dated for a couple months, 3-4 years after you and I had had enough. You brought her to my daughter's wedding. Steve Hoffman said he was there and he says, it was a real good one. The guy didn't even realize how callous a statement that was. I'm her dad. I should have walked her down the aisle. I should have met her future husband. Him and I should have had a relationship before they got married. A relationship where we could trust each other. Shame on you. And then you wound up getting 2 high school dropouts in Rachel and Laura. Destructive behavior, drugs, alcohol. Both of them smarter than smart. And look what you destroyed. What have you done to be their encourager, to pursue their passion, to pursue their hopes? All the places I was able to take my daughters that very few other fathers even could. Monstrous construction sites. NASA's facilities when I was building that secret facility. She got to see the space shuttle land. She got front row in the NASA thing to watch the space shuttle land. That was me. Every day when I left, I kissed them goodbye. Every day when I got home, remember them running out, Papa, Papa, Papa. Remember that? Shame on you, Madelene. Fix it. Because I'm going to add the details to this, and if you don't tell me by my mom's birthday, March 20th, because I already sent you guys a text, bird the hatchet, that was my grandmother. Look how you brought her into it, by the way. What did my mother do? 24 years you've excluded my mother's grandchildren from her. For 13 years you've excluded the great-grandchildren from her. She's going to be 97 in 3 days. Look at the horrible, evil treatment that you permeated through. And all 3 of the girls are dysfunctionally tolerant at best of each other. You did that. You need to fix it. You need to fix it now, because I'm going to expose it. If not, I will send this, as well as other stuff, to everybody who's still alive. I'll send it to Steffi, to... You know the crew. You really want me to expose the truth of your dirty, filthy, immoral laundry? Don't do that. Did you tell everybody that you changed your name back to Neil? That was your last fired salvo when you were in court. My attorney and us looked and we were stunned at the pure, foolish stupidity of it. And the secret moves that you did, not telling me where you were going, when harm was coming up. I overpaid child support by $40,000 and you put me in the child support system. I was even going to take the house and get another house and use that house for an office for my new business. But you killed it. You killed a multi-million-dollar company to where they came up to me and they said, Don, something's missing. You don't have that. The reason why we brought you in, it doesn't say your talents or anything gone. It's just different. When you get that difference back, let us know. Look what you did. And then another huge contractor hired me, Bernard's. Boom! 2 weeks later when somebody saw me in a company truck, now all of a sudden, they go into the child support system again. You just never got enough. Did you tell people that you had over 60 court filings? Did you tell people that you had over 66 late payments on the house? You should have told me I'd have made the payments. You destroyed my credit. It's at 860 now. Do you know how many years it took? What's the matter with you? This would have been 50 years for us this year. And I'm not talking about time. If I could have taught you to learn to be a partner, which you never were, look how different things could have been. You never came up and put your arms on my shoulder. Never. You never came up when I was just sitting there exhausted, put your arms on my shoulder around and gave me a hug and said, whew, thanks. The entire remodels of the home, everything I did myself to save money so my daughters could go to private school. Shame on you for causing them to become something so less because you couldn't control your anger. So now you have to fix it, or I'm going to share with everybody the dirty laundry about you. And that's not good. And I'm going to say this on a closing note in a positive day. You have a real good day today. Have a really good reflective day today. And think about the common sense that you need to fix. Because I cannot allow you to destroy the hearts and souls and spirits of my daughters anymore. That means if I have to tell them and them to hate me, but know the truth, I'm gonna do it. Don't make me do that. Thanks.